have the great opportunity here for hands-on research, as you can see through Dave and later here through Mike. This is great because for those of us who are multi-sensory learners, you don't just sit in a seat and listen to a lecture and see it on the screen all day. You get to actually go and do it and explore and see what happens. We also have seminar situations, which are great because that's what graduate school is based upon. You're there with people who have interests in all different areas and strengths in different areas. So you have the availability to learn from each other and pull things that you never knew before from somebody else and share what you know from a different area. And so it gives you a much more well-rounded education in the sciences. Some of these hands-on research experiences that I personally have had the opportunity to do include with my senior culminating experience. This was a great way, both that and with my Scholar Day presentation, which was in microbiology. Dr. Risley, who's a biology professor and couldn't be here this morning, she was a great mentor for all of this. She was able to let me pull real-world experiences and what I'm interested in and use this biological background in order to incorporate the two. So for my SE, I looked at a specific biofilm of bacteria, and I tested very common disinfectants that all of you have, like rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide. And it's a bacteria that in the real world is an issue with soldiers over in Iraq with that soil. So we used common things that soldiers would be able to use to disinfect, and we were able to study that. Also, with my Scholar Day presentation, we got to go and swab freshman dorm washing machines and see what was growing in there. That was an interesting experience. But all of these opportunities help you to not just use what you're learning in the classroom, but you can apply it on a much greater scale, which is so important. You're not just leaving here with knowledge of microbiology, but you can apply that everywhere else. And that'll be important as I move on in the healthcare to apply these things that I've learned, these major basic scientific principles, and apply them to a much broader sense of disease and patient.